Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Doc. Welcome to another edition of Doc TV. Now, before I put this out there, I'm just trying to put my bid in. I'm trying to be the new host, whatever reporter, whatever you want me to do. I'll do it, Diddy. I will be the new face of Revolt TV, one of them. So I'm like, at least one of them. But I'm trying to, I am Revolt. Shout out to Bad Boy, shout out to everybody like that. But I'm trying to be on Revolt TV. So that's what it is. So I'm putting my bid in early. I'm going to do that. For those that know, Revolt TV is Diddy's new music channel that's coming, real soon. Anyways, on my website, the Doc Report, y'all know I always keep y'all abreast on everything that's going on in the music industry, new music, music news, everything of that nature. But there's certain stories I'm not able to put on the website because I'm always busy doing something else. So it's always a time constraint situation. Because I have everything from FNL Radio I'm trying to bring back right now. And even managing artists now. Shout out to my artist Kevin. Greater than y'all check that single out. I'm going to be putting it on the website too and doing my review of it, interviewing him, all that good stuff. So with this video, I'm doing my entertainment news stories of the week for the past week that probably gained our attention that I probably wouldn't necessarily report on the website, or also that I probably didn't have time to write about because I didn't want to write about it because I have a lot of opinion about it, so it would take a lot of me to write on it, and that's a lot of keys to press and a lot of keys on my MacBook that's going to be broken, so that's what that is. So I'm going to talk about some stories real quick. So first, I'll give a congratulations to Big Sean and Naya Rivera. If y'all know Naya Rivera, she's from Glee. They've gotten engaged. Naya Rivera, she plays, Santana on Glee. And her and Big Sean been dating since since earlier this year for 6 months. And what happened was, she met him on Twitter. And doesn't that all how we fall in love? We all fall in love on Twitter. Hopefully it's better luck for you, Naya and Big Sean, though. But anyways, they fell in love they talked on Twitter. She fell in love with him after she saw his GQ spread. And then they've been talking ever since. And the one thing I like what Sean always say about her is that she takes away from stress rather than adding to stress. And we all want someone like that. We all want someone who's going to take away that stress from the end of the day, and instead of adding it on, instead of nagging us and doing this and that and the other. So she even cooked him meals and stuff. She even she was wifey material when she got the recipe from his grandma or from his mom to make a pound cake just for him. Clap bravo to them too. So I'm happy for them too. But someone that's not doing so happy right now is Kris Jenner and Bruce Jenner. Now, after 22 years of marriage, they decided to separate. Now we all saw this coming. If you watch Keeping Up the Kardashians, y'all know that Kris treat Bruce like shit, and it was bound to happen. If y'all living in separate houses now, he got a beach house in Malibu, and you're still in Calabasas in that big old house that like a mall, and there's no we don't even see no connect. It was just bound to happen. So it's sad to see it happen, especially with the whole thing with Chloe and Lamar right now too, because Lamar on them crack rocks, and that's why. And did y'all remember on the episode of Keeping Up the Kardashian, or Chloe and Lamar, one of them spinoffs, where Kim and Chloe and Courtney, I think too, was like Lamar's breath was stink, and that he had a rotten tooth in his mouth. Now we know where the rotten tooth came from. People he been sniffing that stuff, and he been shooting them crack rocks, and that's why his breath was fucked up. People, now we putting two and two together. Damn it, that's how it is. That's how we do over here at TV. Lauryn Hill is out of prison now. I don't have time to talk about crazy clowns and people, but I'm gonna talk about Lauryn because I still have a soft spot for Lauryn. I still revert in my mind back to Lauryn Hill when she first came out, because I don't think about the Lauryn Hill of now. I think about the Lauryn Hill. When I think of Lauryn Hill, I think of the miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I think of Fuji's Lauryn Hill. I don't think of that crazy bitch who she is right now. Well, oh damn, she might put a root on me right now. Praise Jehovah, Kanye. But anyways, she's out of jail now. She served a little time in prison for not paying taxes because she claimed she was a slave and all that. I had that on the Doc Report. That's that old news story that I don't even feel like. That's why I don't want to put a story on her right now, because I don't have time for her crazy ass. But she's been allowed to take 6 weeks off from her 3-month home confinement sentence to actually go on tour, and she has until the end of the year to do so. Now, knowing Lauryn, she probably won't go on tour. She probably won't even be on time to her own show like she was before. But hey, if the judge believes in her, hey, it is what it is. Another thing too is that she did the song called Consumerism. Lauren trying to be all self righteous for her 6 kids, one don't even know who the baby daddy is, and this. Lauren, stop. But moving on to someone else that y'all be talking about that need meds, but he's actually a cool dude though. It's Kanye. Now Kanye may go on a rant here and there and whatnot, but Kanye be knowing his stuff. Kanye be talking about whatever he wants to talk about, and it may be long and drawn out and long winded, but he gets his point across and he talks about what he wants to talk about. So Kanye was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and y'all know about the whole Jimmy Kimmel Live situation where Jimmy Kimmel, poked fun at Kanye's interview with Zane Lowe from BBC Radio and how he had the little kids and then Kanye didn't take too kindly for it. Kanye said he looked like SpongeBob and just like that and everything in the nature of that commentary that was on Twitter or that rant. But now they came face to face on Jimmy Kimmel Live. About time that Kanye did some Yeezus promo, but he was also there promoting the Yeezus tour as well. And he took up the whole entire hour or two that they had to push NetSuite's, that night's musical guest and the rest of that next guest to the next night. That's that power. That's that Kanye power right there. And then Kanye had one of the best death stares of all times. That was a GIF-worthy interview right there, people. But he talked about a lot of things from Kim Kardashian, the Northwest, to why he called himself a genius. And I agree too. Kanye is a genius. Kanye is every type of genius. Kanye is someone that when he came into the game, I could definitely relate to because Kanye came in with wearing the polos and stuff. He came in with wearing the plaid shorts and everything like that. He made me feel okay to dress how I was dressing because I was dressing like that too before people knew who Kanye West was at the time. And people were like, why you dressing like that? Because I had my own style. Right now, this is my own style. Scully, cut up, lumberjack shirt. This is me. So, Kanye made it cool to just be you. And also, Kanye made it cool to be a hip hop artist without having to talk about slinging drugs and this, that, and the other. He was kind of like the mainstream backpacker at the time and everything like that. So, but he was talking about, the publicity stunt, about the feud and everything like that. He was saying that it's not a publicity stunt. He said, I've never done a publicity stunt in my life. I don't follow rules of normal celebrity. And then he was talking about how Kim Kardashian deserved this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and how they kind of cut her out people. He said, people are so dated. There's no way that Kim Kardashian shouldn't have a star on the Walk of Fame. Now I'm thinking, because Shot the Babyface too, he just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But how does a Kim Kardashian get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? What do they put a TV on her star? I'm just curious to know about that. And then he talked about the paparazzi too, invading his privacy. He said, we bring something of joy to the world. When people listen to my music, they have a good time, and I should be respected as such when I walk down the street. Don't try to antagonize me because you know what? It's not safe for you in this zoo. Never think I'm not from Chicago for 1 second. That statement alone, that Chi-Town came out for real. That Chicago straight came out of Kanye. Like that was Chi-Town Kanye. You don't want to mess with that one. So, the hood came out then. And y'all know what Chicago is known for at this present moment. So, Kanye's interview, it was real good, So y'all can check that out on thedocreport.blog.com. But another thing about Kanye's interview, too, that was disturbing the hell out of me was that cut in the middle of his mouth. Who didn't signal him? He was getting the Stevie Wonder treatment. He's not even blind. Because when they let Stevie Wonder go out on that BET stage with the damn emojis on his dashiki, y'all didn't tell Kanye that he had crut in the middle of his mouth and that piece of lint on his head that was shining through that wouldn't let him be great in the interview. That piece of lint wouldn't shine. That piece of lint got his own Twitter page. That crut in his mouth got his own Instagram right now, people. But speaking of Kanye, though, his song Gone, which is from off the Late Registration album, I bought that album. And this is the thing, too. I'm going to show you how big of a Kanye fan. I bought all Kanye albums. I even bought Yeezus. And y'all know that blank disc mixtape looking CD with the yellow, with the orange tape at the corner. I wasn't going to buy that, but I ended up buying it anyways because I support good music like that. Well, Kanye's Gone from off that album, debuted in the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 this week at number 18. And the song is 8 years old, people, because from that Late Registration album it featured Cameron and Consequence, those two late-ass rappers. But the reason why it debuted on the charts, though, is because of the video with, what's her name again? Marina Shifrin, who quit her job. She won that most epic quitting. I was about to play that song in my car on my way to work and just make a video too, like Deuces. That's what she did. And she went there in the empty workplace at 4:30 in the morning, and did a video to Gone to Kanye's verse, and basically sent that video to quit. And because the streaming, the new Billboard rules on charting policy where online streams and whatnot of a song, that it actually counts towards your points on the charts, and you actually can debut high on the charts. Kanye debuted at number 18 with Gone, and none of the Yeezus tracks can even debut that high. None of them even hit top 50. So hey, shout out to Kanye to get that promo, especially for them two other lessers. But anyways, but the song also debuted at number 6 on the Hot 100. I mean, on the Billboard R&B Hip Hop Songs chart, and also number 4 on the Rap Songs chart. So that's power right there. That's cool. That's real cool. And Mariah Carey and Jermaine Dupri now. Mariah Carey, I really rarely talk about her ever since she injured her arm. Ever since she made the beautiful mistake of not releasing an album when Beautiful was top 15, top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, her first hit in a long time. You know, we're going to bypass Triumphant, which was a good song by the way, but we're going to bypass the flopness that was Triumphant. She actually getting managed now. Mariah be switching managers like a woman switches tampons on a bloody month. Mariah don't know how to keep one manager. She was with Violet at one point. She was with someone else, and then Randy. Then Benny Medina, J-Lo's manager, but then he went back to J-Lo, so you know she don't know who J-Lo is, so she got upset about that. And then she went back to doing then she was getting managed by, it seemed like one time she was getting managed by Nick Cannon, her husband. Then at one point she was getting managed by Randy Jackson when she was on American Idol. Now she's getting managed by someone who I think is the perfect choice for her, Mr. Jermaine Dupri. Now Jermaine Dupri and Mariah have been doing hits since the 90s, since I was 6 years old. Since the Daydream album. I was probably 5. I was like 5 or 6 years old when the album came out. But they've been doing hits for a long time, ever since Always Be My Baby, and all the way on up to, you know, Emancipation Me Me, and, you know, Triumphant, and, you know, all the albums and stuff like that. They always have some good joints together, so they always have history together. So it makes perfect sense that she would ask JD, what they call it, a merger, a business merger. So it's actually a good look, and I think Mariah is healing up well now and everything like that. So she says she has an announcement coming real soon. But it only makes sense that they two get together because of the fact that they've been working together for ages. JD knows his music. It's not like he has so deaf right now. He needs something to do. So, you know, that's a good look definitely for them. Mariah's album like it's going to be hot too, because she's been in the studio with Nas. She's been in the studio with Mike Will Made It, with, you know, Jeezy. Where's that beautiful remix video with Jeezy too, where you broke your arm in the video? Where's the video, Mariah? Stop holding off on stuff. This why we can't take you serious right now. You don't come out with stuff on time. We know you always gotta be legally late and everything like that, but damn it, stop being late with the music and the videos too. But I can't wait to hear the album though, because it looks like it's gonna be a real banger. One of my top picks for music this week, people, is, and then I'm gonna be doing this every week too. I'm gonna do this every end of the week too, so this is gonna be something y'all can look out for. But my top music pick for the week is R. Kelly's Cookie. Now, no, he's not talking about Cookie Monster, and no, he won't be chasing your little 12-year-old daughter down Sesame Street, but he has a set song called Cookie, and y'all know R. Kelly always got to do the set songs where, you know, he talk about Sex in the Kitchen and Sweet Tooth from the Double Up album. Y'all know how R. Kelly do. Y'all know how Robert does, Sylvester. But he got the joint Cookie that you can check out. It's on the Doc Report right now too. But if y'all want to get into the Christmas mood too, being that it's Christmas, I'll have a double pick for my music picks of the week. So my second music pick of the week, as far as Christmas wise, is Mary J. Blige, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is on my website right now, thedocreport.blog.com. So make sure y'all check that out too. But that's it, everybody. That's all my stories for the week, everyone. And I hope you all enjoy it. But I would really like to thank you all for checking out this video. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Mr. Doc, that's MRDOC. Also on Instagram at MR_DOC. Thank y'all for checking me out. Peace.